The warnings we keep hearing. Across my life, I've listened to people who lived through the kinds of ideological collapses most of us only read about. Survivors of Nazism. Families who escaped Cuba in the 1980s. Venezuelans who watched their country fall apart in real time. Chinese citizens who lived through political purges and cultural upheavals. Different countries, different ideologies, different eras. Yet every testimony carries the same structure, the same rhythm, the same warning. And the most striking part is always the beginning. At first, nobody complained. How collapse actually begins. People imagine extremism arrives with violence, chaos, and dramatic turning points. But the people who lived through it say the opposite. It starts quietly, debate fades. Dialogue becomes dangerous, people self-censor. Mockery replaces discussion. Dissent becomes suspicious. Institutions bend toward ideology. Corruption becomes normal. And the public tells itself the same lie every time. This won't affect me. By the time they realize it does, the system has already shifted. The pattern across nations. The stories I've heard all follow the same arc. In Cuba, many supported the early movement until they were discarded. In Venezuela, people stayed silent until the collapse was irreversible. In China, ideological loyalty became more important than truth. In Nazi Germany, conformity and fear paved the way for catastrophe. These aren't emotional reactions, they're lived experiences. They're warnings from people who paid the price for ignoring early signs. And when someone who survived it says, "I've seen this before," you don't debate them, you listen. Why the United States matters in this pattern. What separates the United States from Canada and many other nations isn't superiority, it's design. The US was built to be the one nation structured to resist ideological domination, no matter the form. Far-left extremism, far-right extremism, religious extremism, secular extremism, nationalist or globalist extremism. The system was created to restrain power, not worship it. To protect the people, not the politicians. To ensure no ideology becomes untouchable. That role matters. Because when the last major counterweight collapses, the world loses its balance. Modern echoes of an old pattern. Today, we're seeing familiar signals, agencies being compared to historical monsters. Politicians weaponizing fear, media amplifying division, citizens demonizing each other, extremists on both sides pushing narratives that silence dissent. Corruption being excused if it benefits our side. And the truth is simple, both political sides have failed to protect the center. Some push the extremism, others stay silent out of convenience. Both contribute to the pattern. Accountability must be universal, no fall guys, no selective outrage, no excuses. The danger of ideologies that seek conquest. Some ideologies don't want coexistence, they want dominance. History shows this clearly. Nazism sought conquest. Communism sought expansion. Radical religious movements seek submission. When an ideology's stated goal is to conquer, silence isn't tolerance, it's surrender. Free societies survive only when they defend themselves early, not after the damage is done. The voices that stay with me, people who lived through these collapses, all say the same thing. We didn't believe the early signs. They trusted the system. They assumed it couldn't happen there. They believed the danger was exaggerated. They thought they were safe. And then the pattern unfolded exactly as history said it would. We don't have the luxury of repeating that mistake. The pattern continues, and so does the responsibility. This isn't a closing chapter. It's not a final word. It's not the end of anything. History doesn't conclude. It cycles. It warns. It repeats. Every generation faces the same question. Will we recognize the pattern early, or only understand it when the damage is already done? The work continues, the vigilance continues, the responsibility continues, and this conversation, like the pattern itself, keeps moving forward.